So I work at Walgreens and I work in the back at the pharmacy area. I'm currently a technician that works there, and what they do is they help customers they help customers with their medication. They help the pharmacist if they need help, and they help fill the medication. Actually, they do fill the medication for the customers. Um, Now, I want to become a pharmacist, and what they do is basically what a pharmacy technician does. But instead of filling and all that stuff, they also have the ability to review medication and consult with customers, which a pharmacy technician cannot do. It's illegal for them to consult with the patient about their medication because they don't have the background like a pharmacist does. Now, um, I would love to become a pharmacist because it's really enduring and difficult, and you have someone's life in their hands. Because if you give them the wrong medication, they can die. If you give them not enough medication, they can die. But if you give them too much, they can die. It's just crazy, and I just love the experience and the I like to say pre-game jitters. um, to become a pharmacist, you have to have really good communication skills with not just yourself or your family, but you have to have good communication skills with everybody around you, including your staff and the customers. But it will, by taking this class, it will gain my confidence, like it is now, to talk with all the people I just mentioned. Um, by getting my confidence, I can talk with more meaning and passion. I can also talk with um, um, influence because I'll have more background, so I'll have more oomph in my speeches and my communication skills. Um, it'll also help me be successful in board meetings because pharmacists, every, I believe, 6 months or so, have to go to board meetings and communicate with their fellow pharmacists and the board of Texas that do the I don't even know how you classify that area. They just the board basically like chops down on um, law violations, what other pharmacists are doing, what they can do to help. Just basically a big, to me, it's a big family because everybody just revolves around each other. But it is really important to have good communication skills for really your job's on the line for those board meetings. Um, you also need great communication skills towards your staff and customers because if you don't have good communication skills with your staff, especially, it's just going to all be a big, huge mess. Because if a customer is waiting on a prescription, and like the way we do it, we put waiting customers in a red tote, and if you don't put it in a red tote, it's going to take longer for it to process because we're trying to get the people that are waiting out faster because they're our big priority as of right now. Um, so if someone puts them in a blue tote or doesn't tell anybody that's a waiting or waiter, the pharmacist technician doesn't put as a waiter, then it's all a big mess because um, they're going to be waiting for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and they're going to get really upset. So putting it in a red tote or just telling somebody that there's a waiter is really great. Um, by letting the pharmacist know and letting the person that is filling know that there's a waiter. Because you can, by telling a pharmacist or even relaying the pharmacist's message to another technician, is great as well. Another example would be if a pharmacist is leaving for the day and another pharmacist is coming along, like usually at the night shift, there's a night pharmacist and a there's an overnight pharmacist and there's a night pharmacist. And for the pharmacist at night, there's a lot they have to do as well. But throughout the day, the pharmacist that is really that is being relieved would have to communicate what happened during the day, if there's a problem, if someone's going to come back for a medication. It's just a lot of information shoved, I believe, at one day or at one time. But in order to be a pharmacist, you have to go through intense schooling, which that's great. But I believe this class has helped me become way better at my communication skills. I learned to talk with confidence, hand gestures. I feel like hand gestures work. Eye contact, and a smile. A smile will always work in someone's eye, because if you're mad like that, no one's gonna watch you. No one wants to talk to you unless you're Donald Trump. But majority of the time, people love smiles, and people enjoy people with hand gestures and just moving all around. All right, and that's what I like to do, and that's what I like. That's how this class influenced my decision. Thank you.